Hi, I'm Chad Bettis, author of The Disciple Making Parent, and this is my audio blog where I read some of my blog posts in audio format for your convenience. Well, in today's episode, I want to read a blog post that's very near and dear to my heart. I have entitled it Impactful Parenting: How Our Family Cultivated a Love for Christ Through Everyday Actions. And I was recently conducting a conference and received this question: what would your kids say you did as a family that was most impactful for them in terms of their love for Christ? And I have to admit, I was speechless. I had no idea. Because of the ministry, I evaluate my parenting all the time by talking with them as adults, but I'd never actually asked them this question. So during the break, I quickly texted them, and here were their answers to that question. Consistency in the church through giving, discipleship, and taking responsibility for sin. One said, in your moments of sin in front of us, coming back and apologizing, showing the importance of humility and vulnerability even within parenting. Another said, living out your faith and seeing how it informed every area of your life, making tangible time and money sacrifices to show it was real to you. Another said, making it clear that what you thought mattered wasn't just the outward expressions or rule following, but a real relationship with Jesus. Another said, I would say memorizing Scripture really helped me know and be changed by Scripture. Another comment, seeing you and Mom live out the Word, loving others, open your home, resolve conflict, talking about the why, quote unquote, why behind everything you did. Another comment, you and Mom were intentional and communicated about why you did things for the most part. And the other time said, do this because I said so, which was often followed by, I love you and I'm doing best for you. Well, that's interesting. So a little bit of explaining the reason behind, and then other times just do it because I said so. Seeing Mom do private devotions regularly in the morning. Another said, modeling it by your personal study and family devotions or praying on the way to church. I was so moved that when I read the answers later to the conference, I got choked up. I never, ever want to present my family as a perfect family. I have plenty of things that I would go back and do differently. And I never plan to put my kids on stage. They have their own walks with Christ, and they're going to give an account themselves. They're not my trophies to show off. Nevertheless, I thought you might like to hear from them in their own words. Did you catch what came up again and again? A parent's own walk with God. If you're in the midst of parenting, keep pressing on. Thank you for listening to the Disciple Making Parent audio blog. If you benefited from this ministry, would you consider becoming a monthly supporter or giving a special gift to the ministry? We are totally dependent upon God's people to do this work. Over 80% of our budget comes from people just like you, parents and grandparents who have a heart to raise up the next generation to follow Christ. Would love to have you partner with us. So just head on over to thedisciplemakingparent.com/partner. Thanks for listening.